What is up, guys? Luke from 8-Bit Plus back again, and today we're going to start a new series that we're going to be calling Does It Suck? Where we play a video game that we enjoyed maybe 15, 20, 30 years ago, and we play it again and find out, does it suck or not? I know that probably everybody that is watching this, if you've been playing games for a long time, you have certain games that maybe your aunt bought on the clearance rack and you just absolutely adored. But after you age and you experience new stuff and then you go back, so nostalgic about that game, and you play it, you realize that it's kind of a stinker. So I just wanted to make a series that revolves around that, where I go back and visit games from my past. So the first game on our list is Jet Li: Rise to Honor. For some men, a question of honor is a matter of life and death. In the streets of Hong Kong, there are those who enforce the law and those who break it. Jet Li is Kit Yun, an undercover cop who will face the impossible to honor the wish of a dying man. Sometimes he who is most honorable is also most dead. What? Dude, the story sucks anyways, a PS2 game. So now let's talk about maybe a more important part, which is the gameplay.
Oh, wrecked your house.
In Jet Li: Rise to Honor, it really has a very unique mechanic as far as combat goes. You use the right analog stick to punch in different directions, so when you get surrounded by enemies, you can basically tap that analog stick in the direction of the enemy. If he's right in front of you, you would press up or right or something like that. It really depends on the orientation of the screen. And this works surprisingly well. I, to be honest, don't know why they didn't implement this in more games, because I was pretty ecstatic with the way that it worked and how well it worked. A big part of this game is the combat, and the whole thing is very enjoyable. Now, another thing that I want to point out with the combat is it's rhythm-based or timing-based. Free tip, time your flicks, and I think you'll have a much funner and just involved time with this game. Now, the next thing I want to talk about as far as gameplay goes is the mixture of gameplay. Like, one moment you'll be wielding two guns, using bullet time, and you're shooting enemies in the air. And then other moments you'll be like ducking and dodging enemies, whether they're up in a helicopter with a turret, blasting fire down at you, or aiming at you with a sniper rifle that's actually an AK-47. And there is a lot of mixture of gameplay. What I found though is, like, I just couldn't help but want to just do more combat, like hand-to-hand combat. The gun scenes are tolerable, but just they get kind of worn out pretty quick, and it is a pretty hefty part of the game is the actual running and gunning. And then the running away from the enemy sort of parts, I just always got frustrated with them. I thought it was very glitchy, it was buggy. So you can tell what this game, like the most amount of time, the most polish is in the combat, and you can tell that that's what the game was about. You can also tell that this game must have been rushed to meet a certain deadline, because as far as the bosses go, it's pretty rough. Or that's probably the worst part of the game, is dealing with these bosses that you really don't have any rhyme or reason how to beat them. You just kind of have to figure it out. Also, there's some stealth sections that I thought were kind of funny. With Jet Li: Rise to Honor, there is no point A to point B. It's literally just walk around and body as many people as you can without getting detected. So there's no real rhyme or reason. You just gotta go through the entire level and take out every single guy, which became pretty tiresome. So the stealth missions that they kind of shoehorned in, I mean, although I am happy that they did do that to break up the gameplay, I think they fell kind of flat on their face. All right, now time to talk about the fun that this game has to offer. And obviously gameplay is a part of that, but this game is gotta be the funniest game that I've ever watched as far as cutscenes go. I don't know if it's just like the aging of the game and like just really poor voice acting, but this game had me in stitches the entire time playing it. It's almost as if they just like got a couple of developers off of their seat and they're like, hey, get over here, we need you to speak into the mic real quick. So, I mean, as far as the voice acting goes, it was absolutely hilarious. There's so many parts where I just couldn't help myself. It's just a charming thing. Like, it's just charming. Unfortunately, the technology just wasn't there. So now looking back on it, it's just an absolute laugh fest. I had so much fun just laughing at this game. Oh gosh, I can't stress it enough. It's just fun. It's just like a charming experience. Replayability. Can you play this game over and over? And the answer is yes. When you beat the game, you actually get an unlockable, which is hard mode, so you can play through the game again at a harder difficulty, as well as the little unlockable collectibles like videos, behind the scene videos, as well as artwork from the original kind of sketches of the game, stuff like that, which I really love. I wish they would have more of that in current modern games. Artwork that's unlockable, I just think is really fun. It's something that you can kind of flip through after you're reminiscing and remember how fun or not so fun that game just was. So as far as replayability, I think it was up there, pretty good. So this game has been really tough for me to kind of figure out, like, does it suck? Does it not suck? Is it somewhere in the middle? And I can't say that this game sucks. Like, it doesn't. It's funny, it's fun, it's unique, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's probably about a 6 to 8 hour game. So I was able to beat it in about 3 or 4 streams. And that is really my sweet spot. That's what I like to do with these like single player kind of narrative driven games, is I like to just, you know, finish them relatively quickly so I can move on to the next thing, or maybe go play a multiplayer game, something retro, you know, whatever it may be. So I can't say that it sucks. I also can't say it's the greatest game of all time, but I can say that I had an amazing time playing it, and I would recommend this game for someone else to enjoy and, you know, just kind of check off your list if you have a backlog of PS2 games. Jet Li Rise to Honor is currently pretty cheap. I think we have it at our store for like $7.99, something like that. So it's a game that you can get for relatively cheap and have actually a lot of fun playing. But that is my opinion on Jet Li Rise to Honor, guys. I'd love to know from you now though, what do you think about the game? Have you played it yet? If so, is it good or not? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Also, if you haven't played, did I persuade you into playing it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you got value out of this video, guys, do me a big favor and smash that like button, as well as subscribe with bell notifications turned on for more videos just like this. And lastly, I gotta address it. I'm back, baby. I am back and I am ready to crank out some YouTube content. Sorry for the delay, guys. I have been gone for, gosh, probably 4 or 5 months. We have been setting up the new store, which, by the way, I will be doing a video on when it is complete. So look for that in the future. Also, more repair videos, mod videos, videos like this. And maybe we'll bring back the podcast. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you want to see a weekly gaming in review podcast? Do you miss those, or could you just watch Spawn Wave? Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, guys, Luke from 8-Bit Plus signing out, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless.